Hello, beautiful ones. I'm freezing in the back of my car because I want to have the AC on for my baby girl who's sleeping. And I just wanted to come on and speak about something. I literally have all these like baby clothes on me. I have been just a couple of times this week noticing that there are certain people, not all, but definitely find my messages very, very direct, right? I just had a beautiful girl who she's applied for a phone call with my team, and she was just like, actually, I didn't enjoy the masterclass. I found it really truthful and really direct, and she was like, I didn't enjoy it, which is not the feedback I normally get, but it's perfect, right? But she said, but it literally explained and described my life to a T. And she was like, it was a really good sales tactic in her form. And I'm laughing, going, it's not a sales tactic, honey. And she admitted, she's like, you got me. I booked a call because I need help. I want to change this. But I want to be really clear that, hey, Christine, gorgeous, it's not a sales tactic. It is truth bombs squared. Trying to get you on a call is hideous. It's gross. It's not what I do. I'm calling in women that are really serious about changing their life, and in order for that to happen, you need truth. I'm not like a lot of people out there, a lot of messengers that are just going to be like, it's okay, sweetie, let's just take a look at your life, what's not working. Oh, okay, so you're doing therapy and you're doing some affirmations. Okay, good girl, that's really good. Okay. No, that is not what you need, right? Many of you are so deep in the trenches of denial, of numbness, of telling yourself that you're doing all the things that you need to be doing, and you're not looking at the truth. And underneath is a melting pot of pent up anger and rage and like, why the fuck is this so hard for me? Why the fuck do I have to freeze my eggs? Why the fuck can I, no matter what I do, I can't get love to work for me? And so, of course you need the truth to unlock all of these shitty beliefs that are keeping you single. You need to unlock the bodyguards that you have up around your heart, the walls you have up, the armor that you've built. Yes, you need truth. You need someone that can hold this space for you, to call you out on your bullshit, and to hold you accountable to the highest version of yourself, someone who's walked the path. My women that work with me share with me all the time, the reason I wanted to work with you, Lucy, is because you've walked this path. You've been to hell and back. You know what it's like to struggle in love and to struggle with, people pleasing and over-giving and not enoughness and fertility. My husband's like shouting stuff from the beginning. Yeah, I've been on the journey, I've been on the single journey. I've also been on the journey of miscarriages and having to go through fertility and all that stuff. So I've been through the whole gamut. And this live isn't to come on and to have to like explain anything to you about myself. I don't need to do that. The reason I'm coming on is because I'm so passionate about helping women just like you to overcome the obstacles, the fear of rejection, the abandonment issues, the trauma cycle, the hideous family dynamics that you've experienced, because so many of you are in your masculine, you're very transactional, it's very, very operational, very analytical, and no one joins Soul to Soul, my program, from their head. No one. Everyone who comes to work with me makes that decision from their heart, where they're like, you know what? It just felt right. I just knew that this was the answer. I just knew that I had to go and find a way to get resourceful to work with you, because you're getting outcomes, and also you've walked this path. This is not something that you got out of a textbook or a coaching program. This is real shit. And I'm like, yes, it is. It's medicine. In fact, with my book that's coming out, Don't Shit in My Vortex, I just read a really beautiful piece of feedback from one of my clients. And she's like, this is not a self-help book. This is in another league. This is medicine. And she's like, I'm lucky I've done your program. But she was like, for people that haven't, they can literally change their life if they honestly commit. So this is a message to say that, you know, if you do get triggered watching my lives, reading my content, it's coming from my heart to yours, and I'm bypassing the fluff because you don't need that. The clock is ticking, and it's amazing how quickly 1 year turns and rolls into the next. And it happened, slow down. It happened to me. Yeah, slow down, exactly. Because I was like, time, can you please slow down? Like, how am I still single at 36 and no closer to meeting my soulmate when all I want to do is have a family? Like, how did I get here? And so, you know, it was me realizing that I need the best of the best. I need someone that's going to call me out of my shit, because there was over 30 years of conditioning, 30 years of bad habits and behaviors and a shitty mindset that wasn't getting me what I wanted. So I didn't need some nice little program with someone patting me on the back for occasionally showing up. I needed the full-blown rocket fuel version that was going to save me time, support me in a way I'd never felt before, and then catapult me into the woman I was born to be. And that's what Soul to Soul is. So this is really just to say, if you're getting triggered, then fantastic, because it means there's something underneath for you to observe and look at. I am not your mother. I say that with love, because sometimes I trigger women because they're like, oh my God, you're making me a naughty little girl, or, you know, you're like my mom. And I'm like, no. That's what you need to heal is the mother stuff. I'm just literally here holding space from one woman to another as a messenger to say, hey sister, you're worth more than this. Hey sister, it's time to look at the truth. It's time to get raw. It's time to get messy. It's time to let that anger up, to unnumb and to fucking feel, so that you can actually be in alignment to receive your soulmate, to get on purpose, to receive more money. It's about receiving, period. Right? On all levels. And that is the feminine embodiment, when we can let our walls down and trust, really, really trust from a healthy place, because you can actually over-trust. Under-trusting and over-trusting are just as bad as each other. It's about trusting from a really solid foundation. It's about feeling your deservability, not saying, I'm really worthy, Lucy, I know I'm worthy. That's all cerebral. It's about activating that worthiness inside of you, so that you're emitting that worthiness, which has you be really magnetic, which totally expands your aura, your energy field, and it has people go, I want to be with that person. Like, she's genuinely happy. She's genuinely confident from the inside out. You're not leading with your baggage and your trauma and your wounds and your not enoughness, which is what you're doing right now. And we need to clear away all of that noise, all of that drama, all of that misalignment energy that you're leading with, and go to the root cause, heal that, transmute it, turn that poison into medicine, turn it into gold. And it can happen really, really quickly when you get the right support and the right space being held for you. Because that's what 99.9% of you, well actually I'm going to say 100, that's what 100% of you are missing right now, is that emotional support where you feel seen, you feel deeply understood and seen for the greatness of who you are. When you have that level of support, which many of you have never experienced, okay, ever. Yes, you've had support. Yes, your family love you, but I'm talking like really, really support at a cellular level. I know this because my women are like, I've never experienced support like this in my life. When you get that, that's where big dreams happen. That's what changed my life, because I felt, even though my mum and I are very close, she'd do anything for me. I love her. In fact, I'd say I was too close, but I wasn't having that space held for me at an emotional level. I didn't feel understood. A much different person to my mum. So once I got that level of support, I was like, oh, wow. And I got my wings, and I was like, oh my God, try stopping me now. And I've never looked back. And this is why I do this work, is because that's one of my biggest gifts, is holding this. And then my process, obviously, is a proven process. Everyone that does my program, they're like, oh my God, how do you know to put this module after that module? It's like perfect. It's like you're reading my mind. And I've condensed 10 years into 90 days, which is pretty fucking amazing, right? And yes, when you're playing at this level, because I only work with A players, you will feel like a day in my vortex is like a month or 2 months. And so yes, in 90 days, you really can change your life, moving into the highest version of yourself, fully embodied. And then the work doesn't stop after that either. It's about continuing to flex those new muscles and to continue to use the tools that you've been given, because these are tools for life. They're not just tools to meet a soulmate, they're tools to set you up so that when you attract him in, you can actually sustain that relationship. It's not a one-hit wonder. It's not like, yay, say these affirmations and you're done. It's not that. We go really, really deep into the underbelly of the stuff that you haven't wanted to deal with, that is keeping you numb, and it's keeping you emotionally unavailable, and it's keeping you out of living your best life. It's having you just feel like you're cruising in Groundhog Day, right? And it's this real like dissociated place. It's like a detached place where deep down you've actually given up and you haven't even really admitted that to yourself. So it's really important just to go, you know what, I have given up, but you know what, even just from this one live, like that's not what I want. I want my fucking dream. And then taking action to get the best support and then to follow through, because you deserve it all. There's a reason you're in my community. There's a reason you're listening to this live. But the real trick in life is to actually follow through, to take action and to really seize the moment, because the universe does favor the bold. It favors you when you're out of your comfort zone, not when you're just sitting here spectating and watching live after live, but then not doing anything about it. It's not going to change your life, and you deserve the very best. All right, so really step up for yourself. Get that. I'm not saying that it has to be me, but I'm saying you've got to invest in yourself. If you want someone to actually really show up for you, you've got to deem yourself as worthy and valuable and go, oh my God, I'll invest in a house, I'll invest in a car. But like when it comes to you, you're like, whoa, anything more than like $200, that's expensive. No, it's fucking not. You're worth a $100,000 program, a $200,000 program, a $1 million program. And luckily my program's not $1 million or $100,000. But it's priced so that everyone that's committed can afford it. And it's going to have you leap out of your comfort zone, and it's going to have you raise the stakes to get you out of that scarcity, poverty consciousness that's not just affecting your bank account, it's affecting your egg quality, it's affecting your friendships, it's affecting how you feel with your health. It affects everything. This is so much more than the soulmate, right? But first you've got to learn how to actually love and accept yourself on every level and be your own beautiful soulmate first. And when you do that, you can't help but expand and open up your entire world, because your life force is suddenly on steroids. And that's called living, not surviving and struggling. That's called living and fucking thriving. And I know that's why you're here in my community. And it's going to be my honor to support you and to watch you thrive and be the woman you're born to be, because we need you. We need you in your light and your greatness and in your heart, because it's a collective effort right now where we're all part of raising the consciousness on this planet. And honestly, this is the most powerful medicine right now that I've seen in the industry, and I can say that because I work with women from around the world who have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to solve this. All right? So big love. And if this stuff, these lives, I do trigger you, then yay, I'm doing my job, because I'm not here to play nice and to stroke your ego. I'm here to activate you and to get you thinking and to get you in action so that you can actually do something about this, instead of suffering through and accepting that love doesn't work out for you, because that's just a story and it's bullshit. Love is here for everyone. It's your birthright, but attracting in your soulmate is an inside job. All right? So big love from my heart to yours. Mwah.